This particular area of the Learning Commons has had more walls, more seating put in it, along with a lot more electrical outlets. That was the biggest problem we had, was not enough electricity in there for students to use with their laptops or other devices. So we quadrupled the amount of electricity that's there. When we go in, you can see half walls, and all of them have electricity on them.
Any estimate on how many outlets we now have?
No, I don't. Honestly, I don't know, but it's a lot. We just said put outlets wherever you can because they'll be used. But one of the other reasons for the renovation is that this happens to be a building where every tour of campus comes. And when people come in, we wanted to have a nice, inviting, open, usable space for them to see.
Now, remind me, what did this used to be in here?
This was also an open seating area that had tables and chairs that were movable and a booth along the wall, bench along the wall. But again, all the tables ended up getting bunched around the pillars because that was the only place where the electricity was. So you can see now they're just outlets all along, and they're all above. So you can see on the bench here, they're above the bench. So people are not having to try and crawl around under or behind them. And with the half walls that were put in, we've actually given it a little bit more space for people to actually maneuver and give it a sort of a sense of a little more privacy.
While still maintaining that kind of open feel.
Open feel,
yeah.
Exactly. This particular area had old-fashioned wooden carrels in it that were in straight rows that had PCs on them. And what you now see are pods with much more modern looking, all new equipment. And we've actually increased the number of computers in here by about 50 or 60. So there's a lot more computing available for students. The old rows, you would see people walking up and down, waiting for one
Sure.
to become open. So we really increased the capacity here, which is a very, very good thing.
How many computers would you estimate you now have in this first floor
We
section?
now have about 150. We also check out, we have 90 laptops that we check out, 25 iPads, and some other tablets.
With the way that learning is these days, and it is so high-tech, hands-on digital, why is it so important for a university to respond to that demand in the library?
I think in the library in particular, if we're only viewed as a book warehouse, we're dead. There's no reason for the university to support us. We need to be engaged in making sure that the university is actually getting a return on the money they're investing in us. And by doing that, I think we need to be major contributors to the success of the students. And so our changes and our transforming are all designed to meet those needs and to really play a big role in the success of the students at USF. And that's what we're all about.
And you mentioned $1.5 million in terms of the cost. Where did those funds come out of from the university?
These were capital improvement trust funds that were generated or generally are generated from student fees, and the students themselves approved this project. This particular area of the Learning Commons, there's a bit of a story behind. As you probably could tell, the equipment in here all has the company name Promethean on it. And the CEO of Promethean happens to be a USF alum. And the company has been involved with USF at some level. They have worked with these active tables here and these boards with the College of Education. They've also given some equipment to the College of Business, and they have a project with the College of Arts and Sciences. And now they have donated all of this equipment to the library. The company has primarily been engaged in working with the K-12 market. However, they're very interested in seeing how the equipment could be used in the higher ed environment. So they have very generously given us this equipment and have been partnering and working with us, and will continue to do so. In fact, when we have the opening this afternoon, representatives from the company will be here. So we're really excited, and I've already had a couple of our people in the library have been working to develop apps to use on the table. So for example, one app will allow people to browse our digital collections, those things we have online, and actually download them into files on the table. In addition, probably in January or February, the company will actually be giving us 2 big active walls, which will allow 20 simultaneous touches on them apiece. And we're really interested in experimenting to see how students will use them and how we will be able to use this equipment in projects. But right now, we'll be demonstrating them this afternoon, but it's really exciting to have that partnership with them and to really be working with them on trying to get this equipment integrated into the higher ed environment.
What is the purpose of the writing studio?
It's for writing help of any kind for students who are writing papers, also graduate students who are working on either theses or dissertations. They're available to help with any kind of writing skill.
Who'll be manning it, and how long will it be manned?
This is manned by the Academic Success Center and staffed by them, and in general it's available from 10 in the morning till 10 at night.
Office for Undergraduate Research, I believe new in the building, isn't it?
Yes, it's been here just over a year, almost 2 years now.
Why bring that over here, and what does this do? What do they do in this office?
This office actually runs programs for not just people in honors college, but any undergraduate who's looking to do a research project and get engaged in research. And it can be research with faculty members, specific project kinds of research. There are students who have actually done research projects on things in the library. So they will work with special collections, for example, to use primary source materials and actually do a research project. And so they work with a faculty member, but it's all coordinated through here. There's a colloquium or a symposium once a year that showcases the research that the undergraduates have done.